Good morning, everybody. It's the 5th of May, Friday the 5th of May. And today I'd like to do the G10 FX Cloud Chart Market Review. We'll be looking at the G10 currency pairs. There's the list. And just looking at it from an Ichimoku Cloud Chart perspective. Okay. Right, jumping straight into the Pro Real-Time platform. We're going to start with the Australian US dollar. Very interesting scenario here is that after it lost support at the top end of the cloud, it sold off, broke through the bottom end of the cloud, lost support at the cloud chart level here at the bottom end of the cloud at 74.49 or 74.50. It's now testing for support at the old cloud chart support zone of 73.82. with downside risk towards the bottom end of this cloud chart, the old cloud chart support level of 72.75. Now, interesting to note that this 73.80 zone is very similar to the low we had in November. So we could see a possible, if support comes in at this level, we could see a retracement back down to the bottom end of the cloud with the first level of resistance here at 74.50, and then this cloud chart zone here as the next key resistance zone. But so far, we've not seen too much activity in around this level. A candlestick there do show that there's a bit of support coming in and around this zone. And if we look at the weekly cloud, we'll try and determine where that particular level is. We can see on the weekly cloud, major support zone here at 7,333. I'll just highlight that. So it's pretty close to that cloud chart support zone on a weekly cloud chart. Ichimoku cloud chart. So watch out. We still have a MACD sell signal both on the daily and weekly. That remains valid. So the downside risk is to the bottom end of this cloud at 7,333 as the next key support zone. And we can see 7,333 is right and about, it's right and about here. It's halfway through between the next cloud chart support line. Incidentally, that's the July low here. 7,333 is the July low, which is a potential support zone. Okay. Next one is the Euro-US dollar with the French elections underway. We can see the top end of the cloud resistance there at 109. It broke past that. The next one is 1.1005. It's pretty close to that. There's a major resistance zone. You can see it previously used to be a major support zone here, as well as there. So that should come in as a major resistance zone for the euro. Probably a lot of good news in the price already. If we turn to the daily, the weekly cloud, we can see levels to watch out here from a significant resistance zone is 1.1069, and that's probably a major area where this current rally can hit a key resistance zone. So that's the key level to watch out for this coming week. Okay, but overall we're closer to the end than the beginning in terms of this rally, and it's time to take some profits off the table and looking at some short positions when it gets to these key resistance areas. Okay. Next one is sterling, US dollar, pound. Yeah, we can see we're back above the old support levels here. We're fighting with those support zones here. These are now resistance zones, trying to get past them. And the bottom end of the cloud here is a major resistance zone. So if we zoom in, we can see we're not far away from the 1.3 zone, which is a significant resistance zone. The current rally might meet its match there. But we're also struggling with the 128, 129 resistance zone to see if we're going to consolidate after that move. We look at the weekly cloud, weekly chart here. Yes, we're grinding into the cloud here. This 128, 129 is significant resistance zone. If we look at the highs there and the lows there, it's grinding into the cloud with the top end of the cloud here, 132 as a major resistance zone. So we closer, the key resistance zone is this 130 area, in around 130 from a cloud chart, weekly cloud chart perspective. Okay. Next one, New Zealand US dollar. Lost support at the bottom end of the cloud. We're now below the cloud. Downside risk is to these old cloud chart support levels at 67, and then the bottom in the cloud here at 66.9. But it's trying to find support here in and around this pivot. If you look at 116, 0 spot 69.11, this cloud chart level is key. A key level is trying to regain. Support didn't hold much there. If we look at the daily, we can see these old levels here. Old lows also trying to come back in as key support zones. So there's potential for a relief for rally back down to the bottom end of the cloud, but the overall trend remained down, so you kind of short the rallies here and buy these extreme support levels, key support levels. Okay. US dollar CAD. Very, very strong rally after rebounding from the bottom end of the cloud here, front end cloud support. Very, very strong rally. Took out the old highs here, resistance levels pretty easily. We're now going to look at the weekly to see where this rally can end. And we can see we broke past the top end of the cloud resistance here. And we got the top end of the cloud here. 139.63 is the next weekly cloud chart resistance zone that the US dollar CAD can start selling off. Or that's kind of when the rally should end, in and around those key levels. Okay, so watch this area very closely. US dollar Swiss franc. We're now looking, still testing support at the top end of the cloud here. Corresponds well with the front end cloud support at 98 to 94. So potential rebound material here. If support fails, it's going to look at the next level here within the cloud at 97, 92. But so far, fighting desperately to try and find support at the top end of the cloud. The daily, we can see we're trying to test support at the old lows here. Incidentally, this support zone is the old highs here at 98.86, key resistance zone. So there's potential for a rebound back up to the bottom end of the cloud here. But the front end of the cloud still indicate that there's more weakness to come. So short-term relief rallies with the overall medium-term downtrend. US dollar Danish krone, also somewhat in free fall, gap down. Support zone, lost support there at the bottom end of the cloud chart shadow, I say. And we can see these highs here. The old highs, that's the next key support zone. So watch out for potential support to come in at 6.7310. That could be the next key support zone to watch out for. If we look at the weekly to see what the situation is there, you can see a line in the sand for support is 6.7424. So watch that area very, very closely to see if support's going to come in, and that might be an area for potential rebound. US dollar yen, fighting for support here at the top end of the cloud. So far, so good. Looks like it's holding up. Looking for a possible MACD buy signal for a potential rebound trade on the top of the cloud here. The negative here from a daily cloud chart perspective is we're fighting resistance levels here. Look, there we are fighting short-term. So there's potential for short-term downside back down to the bottom end of the cloud here. But that's a key resistance zone. Yeah, we're watching very closely to see if we'll have that reversal back down to the bottom end of the cloud chart support zone. But so far, MACD buy signal on a daily chart. So if we see a breakout there, and that's going to continue the momentum to the upside with resistance at 115. Okay. US dollar Norwegian krone. We're back here at all highs for resistance. We look here at the all highs here. So watch out for 8.7587 as the next key resistance zone. So far we had a nice rebound from the top end of the cloud chart support zone. If we turn to the weekly, we can see, yeah, we're getting closer to the old highs here. That might just be 8.7587 as the next key resistance zone. So this rally, nice rally after the MACD buy and getting closer to those key resistance zones, 8.7520. Okay. US dollar Swedish krona. Weekly, we're getting close to the top end of the cloud support zone here. desperately fighting for support. It corresponds very well with the old lows here, as well as the old highs. So this is a key support zone, potential rebound area here. So watching very closely if the MACD buy signal will come through. And we look at the daily. Old highs here and 808.64. These are all kind of support zones. So potential rebound, potential back down to the top end of the cloud there. Watching very closely to see if the MACD will give us a buy signal on the Swedish krona. Okay. Right. So from the euro perspective, we're getting very close to a key resistance zone. That's very interesting from the euro US dollar perspective. And sterling USD, is this rally going to break past this 130 resistance zone? And we're watching very closely for a potential reversal in and around these levels. Okay. That's all for now. Happy trading, and until next time, see you guys online.